So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to actually become an influencer, okay? This is probably my most asked question I get, even though I really don't talk about it on my platform at all. But you better believe if I'm working with a client, if I am in real life meeting someone at an event, if I'm DMing with someone, they are going to ask me about becoming an influencer, and particularly how to work with brands. Because fortunately, I've had the pleasure of working with many household name brands, from Disney, Toyota, West Elm, Netflix, major brands, right? And I actually have a really huge campaign going live in just a few days with a major hotel chain where I'll be on the cover and all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm really going to get into the real. Okay, let's get into the real of how to actually become an influencer out here. And I'm not talking about making a few coins, okay, that's here today and gone tomorrow. I'm talking about how to be an influencer CEO and really step up and get to this bag and really make money and not have to be out here doing the most, okay, getting the least, right? So the very first thing is you really need to get online and be 100% authentically yourself. Be 100% authentically yourself and build a personal brand, right? And what does that entail? That entails you sharing who you are, what you know, what you love, and being authentically yourself. Not trying to put on a facade of who you are or who you want people to think you are, but it's just being yourself. Now, that's not to say that you got to share every facet or detail about your life, but that's just falling into exactly who you are. Because here's the thing, the goal of creating a personal brand, which is what you need to do, it's to draw in people who will like you, who enjoy the same things as you, who want to talk about the same things, who are interested in the same things, because that's important. You need to get here and build a brand around who you are, right? And when you're building that brand, I personally think that it's important to hone in the things that you're going to be talking about, right? So I won't mention the N word that y'all don't like to hear, it seems, and that's the word niche, because so many people buck against that word. So do what you want, but I truly believe that it's really important to hone in the topics that you're going to be speaking about, right? And let's just be real about it. The longer you're out here doing this thing and you're out here sharing yourself and building your personal brand, you have a lot more flexibility to talk about what you want to talk about as you begin to grow. Because as you begin to grow in a certain niche, right, people will want to know who you are, more things about you, and they will become interested in you as the person, right? But if I'm being real about it, I really do think it's important for you to start your brand in a specific niche, right? Now, don't let the word scare you. Don't click off the video. Matter of fact, while you're at it, go ahead and thumbs up this video. It really helps me in the algorithm. Per usual, I'm going to be dropping gems for you here, and I will really appreciate the love, right? So I think it's important when you starting out your journey that you create that within a certain niche, right? So for instance, not boxing yourself in, but if you are going to talk about fashion, right, and you want your channel to be like a luxe fashion channel, right, it's okay for you to talk about fashion and beauty, right, and maybe self-care, right? So all of that stuff is still within the same genre. It's in the same niche. It's in the same category, sort of the person that you are trying to reach. So if you're starting out a brand, you're going to be trying to reach a specific person, okay? Typically, if a person is interested in high-end fashion, more than likely she's gonna like luxe beauty items as well. She's gonna be into luxe skincare. You know, chances are high, right? I'm not saying 100% of the cases. She may be into taking care of herself. She may be into the soft life, as you guys have coined it these days, right? So yes, you want to start your brand out with a very clear focus, right? A very clear path on who you're trying to reach. Once you do that, you'll begin to build a following. You'll draw in people that are interested in the same things that you're talking about, who love this luxe life, who love the soft life, who want to have the designer fashions and the luxe skincare and the beauty things. You'll begin to build those people who are following you, right? Because as they say, birds of a feather flock together, and that is what you want. You want people around you on your platform engaging with you, talking with you about the things that you love, right? Now, as those people begin to follow you and as those people begin to engage with you, you want to make sure that you're engaging with them. This is a major key. This is a major key. I don't think people talk about this enough. It is so important for you to build a two-way relationship with your people. It is so important. If people comment on your stuff, especially if you're just starting out, right? How dare you not respond back? Yes, we need to be engaging with our people, because the more you engage with them, the more they're going to get connected with your brand. The more they're going to want to come back for more and talk to you and engage with you. And you will need that engagement. You will need those things later. Now, I'm not saying you have to have thousands upon thousands of followers, okay? You can build a personal brand with just a few thousand followers. You can make money with a few thousand followers. You don't need a ton of people. So the goal should not be to go viral, right, and get all these people. No, the goal should be to build a niche community of like-minded people that you can engage with, and you can show that your people are engaged with you, that they enjoy the things that you talk about, and then that's how you're going to make money with your brand. And in order to build up that two-way communication to where people feel like, girl, I know you. You're not, if you meet, you know how you meet people and they're like, girl, you my friend in my head, or I already feel like I know you. You get that by having a consistent online presence, right? This is showing up in the same way regularly online, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Now, I'm not the one to tell you the 4 and 5, 6 times a day posting up, because I'm not about that life, okay? I'm not about that life. That's not how I build my brand, and it's getting more and more competitive out here, so I haven't really had to do that because I feel like I have built such a unique brand for myself, and I kind of have clientele established and all that good stuff. So as you grow, you will have that, but whatever consistency looks like for you, however often you can show up in the same way with high quality content that's sustainable for a long period of time. I want you to rewind that back. Please rewind that back, because I don't even know what I just said, but I know it was a gem. I know it was a word, girl. I know there should be an offering plate for that. Whatever consistency looks like for you. Now, I'm not telling you that once a week is cool. Now, if we're talking about YouTube, okay, once a week might be cool. Actually, that's actually pretty decent, you know, but if we're talking about something like Instagram, once a week ain't gonna cut it. I'm talking about consistent enough on the platform of your choice, right, for you to remain relevant. You need to show up consistently, having a consistent online presence. Now, that consistency is going to lead us to the next step in the process, right? Because now we have our supporters. They know we're out here, we're doing our thing, people know who we are, we're showing up, right? And now we can work with brands because we're consistently showing up in our full fabulousness, sharing our beliefs, sharing what we know, what we like, what we love, and people are vibing out with that, right? And so brands see, okay, this girl has a level of influence. She's consistent and her engagement is good. That is the major key for getting these brand deals. You have to have good engagement, because the goal of these brands is to get their products in front of your audience. That is their sole and major goal, okay? To get their brand in front of your audience in hopes that they can convert it into some sales, okay? Or just they want brand recognition. They want people to know about it or whatever. The goals are typically different on each campaign, but that engagement is the first step to you being able to do that, because you want to be able to show that engagement and that your people liked the thing that you were talking about, so that you can get repeat business. You don't want to just have one-off brand deals. You want people to come back and continue to work with you, and having that engagement and having people that like what you're talking about, that's important, right? And it's also important for you to work with brands that is in alignment with what you talk about, so that your audience will rock with you when you put up those brand deals. Okay, so that's super, super, super important. Now, how to work with brands. You can work with brands in a variety of different ways, but let's talk today about how to get those brand deals, right? Now, if you're doing the things that you need to do on social and online, and if you want me to go really, really deeper into that in another video, I will. Just let me know in the comments down below. But the very first way is they reach out to you because they see you on social media. They see you out here posting. They see you out here talking about their product, and they see the way your audience is responding when you're talking about their products, right? And so they will reach out to you. Typically, they will reach out to you via email and simply ask you if you're interested in a brand deal, what's your rates. Typically, they're going to ask you what's your rates or something like that. I would say make sure you have a media kit so that you can send your media kit out to them, so you can show your stats and all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to go deep into it. I'm not going to go deep into when you already are the influencer. We're talking about how to become an influencer today, right? So they reached out to you because they see you out here being great, and they want to align themselves with your brand, right? That's the first way you can work with brands. The second way you can work with brands is you can begin to pitch them. You can pitch them. So say for instance, you know that you always talk about your Fenty foundation, and your audience loves when you talk about the Fenty foundation. Y'all go all in depth on, you know, who's 420, who's 430. Do you like the Fenty skin? Do you like the and y'all are having deep conversation about Fenty, right? And you decide, I want to work with Fenty, you know, or I just want to get their new collection that they're about to launch. You literally can begin to engage with them on social media. That's important when you're talking about them in your Instagram posts or your YouTube channel or whatever. Make sure you're tagging them in those posts, and that you're commenting on their stuff when they're talking about the new collection. You're commenting underneath that post and talking about how excited you are and all that good stuff. You need to be engaging with the brand, and as you begin to build that rapport with them, then you can pitch them and tell them that you would like to work with them in whatever the capacity is. Now, there are several ways to find contacts to pitch people. An easy way is you can just DM them on Instagram or Twitter and ask them what a good contact is to reach someone is. So you want to pitch them if you want to work with brands. That's the second way. Now, the third way to work with brands is to sign up to influencer platforms. Now, these platforms are places that basically connect influencers with brands, right? They will have deals that they put up. So for instance, they may have a campaign for, say, I don't know, Nivea or whatever. And they can say, okay, so this campaign is for $1,500. You'll need to post on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And we are looking for, I don't know, women between the ages of 26 and 40, whatever. So they will have campaigns that have already been crafted, already been negotiated with these brands. And you as the influencer would have the opportunity to apply for those campaigns. I do have a list of some of my favorite influencer platforms. I will link it down in the description. You can take a look at that. But you want to sign up on as many of these platforms as possible. Now, the not so fun part about this is that it's very competitive, right? There are many other influencers who are applying for these same campaigns. So you need to come with it in your pitch. Because typically when you apply for the campaign, they're going to ask you why they should pick you. How do you plan on promoting this product? And you need to come with it, okay, in your pitch. This is pretty much how I started working with brands. I had brands that reached out to me, but also I signed up for influencer platforms and I got many campaigns that way as well. So that's another major way, especially when you're just starting out, that you can get brand deals. Now, you out here, you doing your thing, you're working with brands, and you're doing all that good stuff. Let me tell you the most important part to taking your brand from influencer to influencer CEO, okay? I'm gonna give you 2 major keys right now. So I want you, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button on this video, okay? Hit the thumbs up video and comment down in the chat below. I'm ready to be an influencer CEO, okay? We're not just out here getting these little trickles of coins, okay? We want bags of money, money bags, okay? Now, the major key in taking your brand from influencer to influencer CEO is that you need a home base, okay? You need a headquarters for your empire, okay? Your business needs its own address by way of a blog, okay? You need a website domain that is at yourbrandname.com as a headquarters for your business, okay? Because what we're not doing is out here, okay? People just know you as the girl on Instagram. No, you know me as Nakisha Wynn. She is NakishaWynn.com. You can always find me there, and you can find me at Nakisha Wynn on every platform, because if they can find you, they can pay you, sis. You need a home base for your business. I beseech you today, if you are an influencer, you're trying to be an influencer and you do not have a blog, please stop what you're doing right now. Pause this video and go and purchase the name of your brand. Go get that domain. Go get your domain right now, because that is so essential and being taken seriously, okay? As a business person, as a businesswoman, you want to be taken seriously, and you want people to know that I'm not just about the quick coin. We are building a long-term brand, and you can find me at NakishaWynn.com. All things Nakisha, you want to know anything about her, that's where it will be, because that's going to help you in the next major key, okay? You need to be diversifying your income. We are not just out here waiting on brands to tell us we're worthy of a coin. Absolutely no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You are going to be getting your coin in many different ways, not just waiting on a brand, because you built your personal brand for a reason, because you want to promote your own stuff. And when brands decide they want to align with you, that's great, okay? But you need to diversify that income by getting money in these 4 ways, right? I often like to tell my clients, you need to bring it back, okay? Back to the beginning, what you should have been doing in the first place. You built your personal brand for you, okay? You built that for you, not to be waiting around for brands to give you a coin. There are 4 different ways you can be making money with your brand in these online streets, okay? From brands, from your audience, from your content, and from your knowledge. Those are the ways that you can be making money, and there's plenty other ways, okay? Let's keep it real. But those are the 4 that are the easiest and typically most profitable with making money in your brands. In your brand, with making money in your brand. But for one, you can make money with brands by doing brand deals, okay? Brands are paying big money to align themselves with personal brands who are out here doing the dang thing, okay? You can make money from your audience. Maybe you have a membership group that people can join, $5 a month, and they join in and they simply have accountability with you. Maybe you have a YouTube channel that you can do the channel memberships, and you drop exclusive content for your audience, and they pay you $5 or $10 a month. Your audience can help contribute toward that income as well. The C with your content, these platforms are paying people to put up content. You got YouTube monetization, they have the shorts fund, Instagram is paying people to put up reels, Facebook is paying people to put up reels, Pinterest has a creator program. You need to be making money with your content too. And then your knowledge, you can be getting paid by selling digital products or the things that you know, and you can be getting paid to be a speaker in online events and offline events as well. So there's no reason for you to be sitting around waiting for brands to tell you you're worthy for a check. Sometimes I sit back and I see some creators and influencers online. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is she not doing this? You know, they're limiting themselves, and I don't want that to be you, because I get over here and I share all of these tips with you all so that y'all can get out here and win too. There are so many ways to do this out here. You don't just have to be building an audience for the sake of getting a brand deal. There's so many other ways, okay? So let's go into the final thing that we need to do to actually become an influencer and be successful out here in these online streets. And that is to continue your education, to continue learning, to continue learning so that you can continue to evolve your brand and pivot when necessary. I think sometimes we think too short term with our businesses, okay? We're not thinking for the long haul. But in order to be relevant out here today, tomorrow, and next year, you gotta be willing to pivot, you know, with the times and evolve your brand and do your content in a different way. The 60-second videos, that's what's popping right now. How can you take your long-term form content and make it digestible for people? You gotta be willing to get out here and evolve yourself, evolve your brand, continue to learn, continue to pour into your mind with personal development, continue to learn from other people by putting yourself in spaces with other creators that are out here doing it as well. So that's super important. And these are the 7 steps that you need to take to actually become a successful online influencer out here. I'm not talking about getting these little trickle coins out here. I'm talking about getting bags of money, okay? So if y'all have any questions, comment down below and let me know what they are. I will put them in another video for you. I'll answer your questions down in the comments so that we can kind of chat about it. So yeah, that's how you get out here and make it happen as an influencer in 2022. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're interested in learning how to make more money online with digital products, watch this video right here because I really go in depth on exactly how to do that and for you to make 4 or 5 figures a month with digital products.